Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Daily Bread TV. This is series part 2 of being accountable. Just kind of want to start off with some questions. What is being accountable and why is it like such a big deal? What does it even matter how people turn out because of our actions? So this is going to be super short. I know I said that last week, but it's going to be probably like 4 minutes maybe. And it's also going to be our last part in this series for like a week because I'll be on vacation. Hey. And then we'll pick back up again with part 3. So what does our influence even matter on people? Why does it matter how people turn out because of our actions or how people see us? They should have their own faith, right? So what does it even matter? See, God sets these commandments and rules and calls us to live a Christ-like life, not because he's some dictator, but because he truly knows what's best for us. He loves us and cares for us and cares how we turn out and cares how others turn out because of our actions, because he alone truly knows what's good for us and truly loves us. See, God works for the good of those who love him. That's why when Jesus was asked, what are the 2 greatest commandments? When he was asked by his disciples, this is what he answered with. And we're looking at Matthew 22:37 through 39. He said, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. Then he says, a second is equally as important. Love your neighbor as yourself. When he says equally, he basically is saying love God and love people. Don't love people above God, obviously, and you don't love them the same, but love God and love people. So we're gonna kind of jump into what loving people means. See, as I said earlier, God tells us these things and wants us to do these things because he loves us and knows what we need and what's best for us more than anything or anyone ever could. This is why how we love and act towards others is so crucial. And I heard this motto at my church years ago, and I'll never forget it. It used to say, loving God in front of people and loving people in front of God. And I feel like that really just kind of locks in with the commandments that Jesus was telling us are the 2 most important. Okay, so loving people. How do you show someone that you love them? Not just by telling them, but I mean, when we get down to it, what is like love? Like, how do you show someone? And not talking about love as in significant others, but just in general, how do we show love to people? People sometimes think the way they can show love is by becoming and being someone that people love, like to be around. But becoming someone people love can be a dangerous path depending on what those people love. You follow? Like, if you're changing your ways to be someone that is accepted, you're changing your values because people enjoy being around you when you're different. If you're changing the way you talk, the way you act, the music you listen to, the way, the profanity you might start using because people enjoy that and you're getting a reaction off of that and they find comfort in that. Is that really loving people by changing yourself for the worst? I don't know. Actually, I do. I don't think it's right. And I think sometimes people fall into that role of, wanting to make an impact on someone's life and wanting to be a fun person that people have a great time when they're around. And people want to be liked. People want to be remembered. I mean, you don't want to be unliked, but you gotta be doing it for the right reasons, and you gotta be doing it for God. Okay, so let's take it to the Bible for a verse that I think is pretty cool and ties in. It says, young people, it is wonderful to be young. Enjoy every minute of it. Do everything you want to do. Take it all in. But remember that you must give an account to God for everything you do. Wow. Okay, so that last verse is a little deep. Kind of slaps you in the face. You think it's gonna say one thing and then it's like, reality check. But there's another one. It's Romans 12:2, and it says, do not conform to the patterns of this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. I guarantee that if you stop thinking, how you can impact people by being someone so fun, or stop thinking, how can I, love others in this world, you just by doing things that maybe the world says is loving others, and you just let God's will just flow through you and you do what's pleasing to him and what he has called you to do, you are gonna change more lives than you can even like count. It's gonna be incredible. So I really suggest start listening to what God says, because remember, He knows way better than we do what we need. So to wrap this up and answer the question, why be accountable? What does it really matter? I think we need to remember that we need to live a life that's pleasing to God, that's according to His will. And how we do that is by loving and obeying God and loving others. And if it weren't so, He wouldn't have said it. So just some final words. Let's just make sure that how we're loving others is something that's pleasing to God, that's something that's Christ-like. I mean, God has proven His love for us a bazillion, trillion times over and over for all eternity. So the least we can do while we're in this world, on earth, in this life, is live for Him and show our love for Him by loving others as He calls us to do, and just obeying Him and loving Him. And I think when we do that, we're going to see some major changes. So if you have any questions or any comments, leave them below. Otherwise, have a great week and God bless.